And now we come to our last episode review for our countdown to Christmas. This episode came out 2 years ago, and some would say it's the best Christmas episode since Thomas and the Missing Christmas Tree. But how great is this episode? Well, let's take a look at Last Train for Christmas. So what's the story? The story is Connor is trying to take the remaining passengers from the mainland to Sodor. He even promises he'll return to a little boy as the last train. But with the heavy snow and engines getting stuck, the Fat Controller decides to cancel the last train. However, the engines refuse to give up and decide to bravely clear the snow to let Connor safely take the last train for Christmas. In the end, it was a successful turnout, and all the citizens and engines returned home for Christmas. Can I say how much heart is in this episode? First, we have Connor wanting to come back to take the injured boy on the last train. We also have the engines becoming determined to help the community return home in time for Christmas. We also have the Fat Controller seeing a little girl hugging her father, becomes sympathetic and realizes how important it is to get people home for Christmas. And then we have Connor fulfilling the promise to the little boy. There's just so much to say about how touching and heartwarming it is. In my last review, I said that Christmas is the season of joy and giving, and this episode proves it in various ways. In this case, the engines understand that everyone is trying to get home for Christmas and will do whatever it takes to get them home in time. It's not only kindness, but also giving, because the engines are basically serving the community. And that's the purpose of a railway, serving the community. This episode really shows the realism and importance of a railway. Speaking of which, this episode marks the second appearance of the slip coaches, and Thomas explains to both Connor and the audience the significance of the slip coaches. The only problem I have with the slip coaches is that how is the last slip coach able to uncouple from Connor's last coach when there's no lever in that one? I also like the variety of characters in this and how they work as a team. In this case, there are two engines clearing the tracks at each station, such as Edward and Henry of Marin and Thomas and Percy of Wellsworth, while Emily and James are out on the main line. It just really shows the amount of teamwork and determination the engines have to get the passengers home. Another thing I like about this episode is the division of logic. In this case, Diesel knows that the stations are closing and that the engines shouldn't go out because they might get stuck. However, Thomas's logic is more of continuing to serve the community even through rough, turbulent weather. Now, are there some problems in this episode? Well, I already pointed out a couple of them. However, if anything, I wish Duck and Oliver were used more. Why was Thomas the one explaining to Connor about the slip coaches? Shouldn't it have been Duck, since he knows more about the slip coaches as seen in Duck and the slip coaches? Also, I find it strange that Paxton was out on the main line. So wouldn't it be better to put in Oliver since we saw him at the beginning of the episode? No offense, Oliver fans. Also, I don't understand how the snow is still sticking to the engine's boilers. Wouldn't it have melted off? I also wish the snowstorm actually did last throughout the episode until the final scene. However, despite the issues with this episode, there are a lot of other things I like, such as the snow and the blizzard itself. It's animated so well that it almost looks realistic. You can definitely see the struggle in the engines as they're trying to make it through the storm. I also like the music in this. It's both festive and triumphant. So what are my final thoughts on this episode? Well, despite some of the issues in the episode, I quite enjoyed it. It's heartwarming, shows the purpose of a railway, the importance of helping the community, especially during the holidays, and that I relate to this episode a lot. I too have struggled trying to get home during the holidays, especially on Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's, and I know how arduous and rushed it can be. However, like everyone else, we're all excited to return home and be with our friends and family for the holidays. And right now, I'm actually home with my family for the holidays, and will be returning to all of you in 2017 for more reviews. On that note, thank you all for watching my review and joining me on our countdown to Christmas. Leave a comment on your thoughts on the episode and review in the comment section below, and hit the like and subscribe button if you want to see more of these reviews. Also, feel free to type in the comment section your favorite Christmas memory. This is FluteGirl2406 wishing you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. See you all with my new reviews in 2017.
you.